Charles Koch. The co-owner of Koch Industries with his brother David, is worth an estimated $60 billion. He had this to say. Relentlessly strive to come up with new and better products and produce them more efficiently than the alternatives. This is excellent advice in choosing a company to work for or invest in, or if you're planning to launch a business. Growth has to be continuous, otherwise you become a Me Too competitor, destined for a less optimistic outcome. David Koch. The other half of the Koch brothers, David, is also worth an estimated $60 billion. His advice comes from a different direction entirely. You know, once you've stood up to cancer, everything else feels like a pretty easy fight. His ongoing fight against cancer has given this multi-billionaire a deeper perspective on life, and one we shouldn't miss. Money challenges may not be the biggest battles you'll fight in life. With that in mind, keep it all in perspective and work to achieve balance in your life. Larry Ellison. Larry Ellison, co-founder of Oracle Corporation. The co-founder, CEO and Chief Technology Officer of Oracle is worth an estimated $58.5 billion. He advocates following your dreams. I believe people have to follow their dreams. I did. Before you can achieve anything meaningful, you have to start out with a dream. That's another counterintuitive notion in a world where young people are often encouraged to pursue a safe career. With dreams comes passion, and the money usually follows. Larry Ellison's life and success certainly make that point. The founder of Amazon is the wealthiest man in the world, with an estimated net worth of $112 billion. And he's only 55. His wisdom. I think frugality drives innovation, just like other constraints do. One of the only ways to get out of a tight box is to invent your way out. The operative word here is frugality, as in limited resources. Just as it drives innovation, it can force you to invent your way out of a tight box. Put another way, it's often cheaper to create something than it is to buy it. There are limitations, of course, but when it comes to money, frugality is basic. To begin saving and investing money, you must first master the art of living beneath your means. The chairman and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods company, is estimated to be worth $72 billion. That makes him the wealthiest person in Europe. He had this to say. Money is just a consequence. I always say to my team, don't worry too much about profitability. If you do your job well, the profitability will come. Before you can make money, you have to first create something of value. That goes for investing as well. The companies whose stocks perform the best over the long term are the ones that consistently add value. There's insight in that quote, both for running a company and investing money. The youngest member of the 20 richest billionaires, Zuckerberg, is estimated to be worth $71 billion. The co-founder and CEO of Facebook once said the following. The biggest risk is not taking any risk. In a world that is changing really quickly, the only strategy that is guaranteed to fail is not taking risks. There's no way to be successful without taking risks. That's as true in investing as it is in a career. If you invest too conservatively, such as putting all your money into safe investments and avoiding equity investments like stocks and real estate, you'll be lucky if you can keep up with inflation. Amancio Ortega. The founder of the Zara clothing and accessories chain is the second wealthiest man in Europe, with an estimated net worth of $70 billion. At 80 years old, he offers up this revelation. I'll keep working until the end. Most people dream of retiring, and here's a man who could have done it at any time but chose not to. Great things can happen at any stage of life. And maybe the story of this man is that creating the ability to retire is more important than retirement itself. Carlos Slim Carlos made his estimated fortune of $67.1 billion mostly in telecommunications. But looking at the big picture, he once had this to say. Low interest rates are a big opportunity for investment. But the issue is that this money should go to the real economy, not the financial economy. Moral of the story: invest in things that are real and have lasting value. That can seem counterintuitive in today's hyper-financialized economy. But if you look at the companies with the biggest market capitalizations, like Amazon, Google, and Apple, they're all providing valuable products and services. Interest rates and stock prices may rise and fall, but value endures. While some of the world's wealthiest people inherited their money, many earned it the good old-fashioned way through hard work, smarts, and perseverance. If you've got a goal of succeeding in life, then there are a lot of things you can learn from those who have already made it. Here are some particularly inspiring quotes from some particularly successful people. 1. Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. Steve Jobs. 2. Sweat equity is the most valuable equity there is. Know your business and industry better than anyone else in the world. Love what you do or don't do it. Mark Cuban. 3. If you can't make it good, at least make it look good. Bill Gates. 4. What other people label or might try to call failure, I have learned is just God's way of pointing you in a new direction. Oprah Winfrey. 5. Competition makes you better, always makes you better, even if the competitor wins. Carlos Slim. 6. Keep everybody guessing as to what your next trick is going to be. Don't become too predictable. Sam Walton. 7. It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all. J.K. Rowling. 8. If you decide that you're going to do only the things you know are going to work, you're going to leave a lot of opportunity on the table. Jeff Bezos. 9. You don't make spending decisions, investment decisions, hiring decisions, or whether you're going to look for a job decisions when you don't know what's going to happen. Michael Bloomberg. 10. I could either watch it happen or be part of it. Elon Musk. 11. Done is better than perfect. Mark Zuckerberg. 12. Your most unhappy customers are your greatest source of learning. Bill Gates. 13. Being the richest man in the cemetery doesn't matter to me. Going to bed at night saying we've done something wonderful, that's what matters to me. Steve Jobs. 14. If you are hardworking and determined, you will make it, and that's the bottom line. I don't believe in an easy way through. Isabel dos Santos. 15. You can't make a good deal with a bad person. Warren Buffett. 16. When you innovate, you've got to be prepared for everyone telling you you're nuts. Larry Ellison. 17. When you're a catalyst for change, you make enemies, and I'm proud